Well, all right, ladies and gents, let's move on. It was announced today that in 2025, the WNBA will host their first regular season game outside of the United States. Now, if you are hearing this and saying, wait, didn't the WNBA play in Canada already? Yes, they did. They played twice in Canada. You are correct. But both of those games were preseason games. In 2023, the WNBA went to Toronto, and in 2024, they went to Edmonton. Both of those games ended up being sellouts for the preseason. But the WNBA's foray into international basketball actually started way back into time in 2000, way before 2023, all the way back to 2004 as the Detroit Shock ended up taking on the San Antonio Silver Stars in the first international WNBA game ever that happened in Monterrey, Mexico. Now, at the time of this game, the Detroit Shock was the best team in the WNBA, coming fresh off of the 2003 WNBA championship with stars like Cheryl Ford, Ruth Riley, Swing Cash, Deanna Tweedy Nolan, and of course, the bad boy himself, Bill Laimbeer, as their head coach. So, yes, it made a lot of sense for the Detroit Shock to participate in this game. Now, the San Antonio Silver Stars, who had just kind of moved to San Antonio the year prior after starting off their franchise in Utah, I think the reason why they chose the San Antonio Silver Stars was not because of the talent on the team. This is pre-Becky Hammon, so just so y'all know, pre-Becky Hammon for San Antonio. I think the reason why they selected San Antonio was because of their proximity to Mexico. I think that's why they chose that team. This wasn't the only, in 2004, it wasn't the only other time the WNBA went overseas, because in 2011, the Atlanta Dream went to Manchester, England to face off against the Great Britain women's national team. Now, this trip was in conjunction with the NBA and the U.S. men's and women's national team. Now, the Atlanta Dream ended up winning that game, so that's cool, I guess. All right, so that was then. This is now. And here are the details of the 2025 Canada game. The game will take place on August the 15th in 2025 at Rogers Arena in Vancouver, which has a capacity of 19,000 seats. So let's pack that out, Canada. Let's pack it out, okay? It will feature a matchup between the Seattle Storm and the Atlanta Dream. Now, with the league commissioner, she ended up saying, the WNBA Canada game has been a tremendous opportunity for growth, our league's footprint, and we look forward to hosting the first ever international regular season game with the Seattle Storm's return to Canada to face the Atlanta Dream. As we prepare to establish permanent roots in Canada with a Toronto franchise, this game and our year-round engagement efforts are a nod to the incredible momentum around women's basketball in Canada. Now, yeah, that's awesome. A thing to note, guys, is that there are some Canadian WNBA players, but between Seattle and Atlanta, they only have one Canadian on the team, which is Letitia Amihir, who plays for the Atlanta Dream, and who really knows, ultimately, if she is even going to be on the roster come next season, because she is one of those who I would consider bubble players who may make the roster, may not, just depends. Seattle makes sense to me. The pick for Seattle makes sense because Seattle has a close proximity to Canada, and they actually have a substantial Canadian fan base. And they also played in Canada last year. Atlanta, to me, while this is huge for the franchise, I don't think it makes a bunch of sense to me why they chose the Atlanta Dream over a team like who I would have preferred, the Minnesota Lynx, because Minnesota is closer to Canada, so again, they have a bigger Canadian fan base, and because they have Bridget Carleton on their team as well, who is a beloved Canadian national team player. They also have Alyssa Peely on the team as well, who, yes, is Alaskan. However, there is some fandom that does splinter into parts of Canada because, Alaska's like right there, basically. So yeah, that's the thing. I would have preferred Minnesota to be the chosen team. It would have been Seattle Storm versus the Minnesota Lynx. But I do think this is a huge opportunity for the Atlanta Dream, an opportunity for people to see Ryan Howard on an international scale. And Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray, they're fantastic. And I'm interested to really see what Atlanta can do with their new coach. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty interesting and pretty fun. And the WNBA's larger investment into Canada is still to come as the Toronto Tempo get ready to play in 2026. And this comes at the perfect time because Canadian interest in the WNBA is surging. 2024 WNBA viewership in Canada was up 175% compared to 2023. Now, are there more games available for Canadians to watch now than ever? Yes. So that, of course, that has something to do with it. But the interest is there in Canada. And the league also has set new heights in terms of digital viewership of WNBA League Pass in Canada, as well as engagement on social media in Canada. So numbers are up when it comes to Canadian engagement into the WNBA. Tickets, information, and broadcast details are still TBD. We have a date for the game, but we do not have a start time just yet. Those will be announced in the coming months. Fans cannot buy their tickets just yet, but they can get notified. They can register to get notified on when pre-sales start up if you go to WNBACanadaGame.com. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Now, guys, what do y'all think about this game? And do y'all think that the Canadians is going to come out and pack this place out? If y'all are Canadian, let me know. Are y'all planning on going to this game? I think this should be kind of fun. Like, if I'm in Canada, I'm probably going to try to make my way there. Of course, I'm not in Canada, so I don't think I'm going to Canada to watch this game. But who knows? WNBA, if y'all want to send me to go to the game, I'll go. I'll take one for the team. They won't do that. They don't care who I am. But might as well ask. Anyway, yeah, if you're in Canada, are you attending? Let me know in the comments below. And also, what do y'all think about the teams that were selected? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Minnesota would have been better? Or are you like, you know what? Let's give Atlanta a chance. And I'm saying, yeah, let's give Atlanta a chance too. Anyway, let's move on.